Hello, I'm here to talk about our BYOx or Bring Your Own Device program. Now, probably quite a lot of you know a little bit about Bring Your Own Device because you have young people who might be in year 10, 11, 12 or possibly even year 9. For the last several years, our year 11 and 12s have needed to bring their own device to school, and they use that for a wide range of reasons and really get good use out of it. For about that same period of time, we've had our year 9s and 10s having that as an option. And certainly when I walk through some year 9 and 10 classes, I see about 40 to 50% of students with their laptop working away happily. And of course, students who don't have laptops, they would just be using pen and paper. Moving forward though, into next year, 2024, we're going to be asking every single young person at our school, every student, to bring a device to school. Now, when we say device, in terms of our policies, we're talking about laptops. Generally speaking, we're talking about Windows laptops because our students who bring in Macs and similar devices, they might have a little bit more trouble with software integration and those sorts of things. However, it certainly is possible, but certainly Windows would be the preference.
Hello there, Adrian McDonald, Head of the Department of Maths here at Oakey State High. Version 9 of the Australian curriculum is starting for us next year here in the Maths Department, and it's a very exciting time for all of our students because use of digital tools and computers and simulations and things is a big part of the curriculum going forward. So it's going to be very exciting for students to really be able to access computers in every facet of their mathematical time here in Oakey. They'll be using devices for things like graphing things in Excel, using simulations online, with probability, data simulations, graphing online equations and finding solutions to equations rather than having to do it by using a calculator. So very exciting time going forward, being able to use BYOx here at Oakey State High.
BYOx is really important for our media arts students here at Oakey. They use it for a range of different programs, including Adobe Photoshop and Premiere Pro for editing photos, videos. They also use obviously all the Microsoft programs, OneNote to attach lessons and content, Microsoft Teams to communicate to students when they're struggling with things. And it's really good to have portable laptops so we can go anywhere we need to go.
BYOx is really helpful when you want to do your assessments, especially in senior years, because your teachers can just send all the resources that you will need through an app called Teams. So basically you just open it and all the work is literally in front of you. And it's probably better than writing because I don't get hand cramps when typing as much as I do when writing.
BYOx is really good for learning. It's so much better than using books because you can just, if like you're doing a research assessment or something, you can just go to Google and find all your websites and everything. Teachers like it for sending through work and feedback on drafts, and it's just easier to communicate like with your classmates and your teachers, and it's just so much easier.
I use my laptop at school for my research assignments, for my OneNote to get the work that the teachers set for us and to type up our assignments. I keep it safe by keeping it in a computer case, and I put it in a section in my bag that's padded for computers, and I charge it every night to make sure it's ready to go the next day.
I really love having my laptop at school. It's so much easier than carrying around all your books because all your subjects with OneNote and Word documents, like it's all in the one spot. Yeah, just keep them safe by obviously having your laptop case, put it in your bag, don't be silly with your bag, and it comes with me to all my classes. But yeah, it's just super easy compared to having all your different books in all your different classes.
One of the questions that we've often been asked is around what do I actually say or what do I ask for when I get to Harvey Norman, JB Hi-Fi, whatever computer shop you go to, or even when you're buying things online. Our website has a whole bunch of information there around what exactly you should ask for in terms of the specifications. So there's going to be things like how much RAM do I need, how much storage do I need, what about the battery life. There's a whole range of things that you'll need to know about in terms of buying a computer, not just that will be for good quality for that particular year, but something that's going to last for years and years, because I mean, we all know they're quite expensive, so you want to make sure you're buying something that is going to last and do a really good job for a number of years. Another conversation that we have with parents sometimes is around things like, hey, I'm really worried about how my child is going to keep their laptop safe at school. What we always encourage people to do is to buy really good protective equipment for the laptops. So that might be a protective case, it might be a special bag with a laptop pocket in it. Really have a good look at what's out there, because there's a whole range of stuff out there that can really help protect the laptop whilst at school. Really, the best way to protect the laptop is to have a very good conversation and an ongoing conversation with your child about how they behave with their laptop. So how they make sure that they're not throwing their bag around, they're not risking water bottles leaking through their bags, all that sort of stuff. In terms of when it's at school, we certainly encourage students to bring bags with their laptops into class rather than leaving them outside on the port racks, because that way it's with them at all times and they can always look after it there. So that's always a really good idea. And again, that's a good conversation to have at home to make sure that, that your child is protecting it as best they can. Since the days when we first started with Bring Your Own Device quite a number of years ago now, it's really become a lot easier to onboard your computer. So again, I reference our school website. Our website has some information there around how to onboard or get the computer ready. As you know, our digital devices policy prohibits the use of mobile phones at school, which of course means you can't set up Wi-Fi hotspots from phones to access the internet. So it's really important that each student onboards their computer so that they're ready to access our network here at school and get the most out of their learning. It can be as simple as opening the Access Work or School settings from the menu from the taskbar and connecting your username at eq.edu.au account to the device. Now, again, it's one thing to say that on a video, but there's more information on our website. And if a student is really having trouble getting set up, they can bring their device in and have a conversation with our IT person here at school so that they can get as much help as they need getting set up. Finally, to wrap up, we know that laptops are a big expense, so we wanted to get this information out as early as possible to give you as much time as possible to get a laptop sorted for next year. What we often do see as well is that parents buy laptops for birthdays and particularly for Christmas. Again, knowing that they're such a big expense, that's a good opportunity to kill two birds with one stone. If you do foresee any major issues with getting your hands on a laptop for next year, please make contact with us via the main office in Term 4. We're also happy to have a conversation with you about the suitability of specific laptops, because again, as I said earlier, it can be really tricky to know what to buy. We're more than happy for you to send us an email to our admin email account. So that's admin@oakey.eq.edu.au. If you send us the model number and an online link for us to have a look at, we can get back to you with the best possible advice. As always with anything, please reach out if you have any questions. We're looking forward to rolling out our BYOx for the entire school next year to help get the absolute very best out of our students in this new curriculum.